On my previous journey, I crossed the Negev desert, retracing the ancient incense route from 2,000 years ago. There, I encountered a great and beautiful natural environment, wild animals, and the caring people who carry on their lives with the desert as their home. I was also able to discover remnants of forgotten ancient cities. Today, I'm going to discuss water, the source that has made Israel today rich with bounty. There is a water of life in Israel that enabled them to cultivate a land flowing with milk and honey, as well as a sacred region through which history flows. I'm also going to the Dead Sea, the lowest sea in the world. Israel is small in area, but it is home to very diverse climates. Whereas the south is barren desert, the north is full of thick forests and abundant water. My first destination today is the Golan Heights. This is the Sea of Galilee, located in northern Israel. However, even though it's technically a lake, it looks much more like a sea. I'm going down to the lake for a closer look. The Sea of Galilee has a circumference of approximately 60 kilometers. The average depth is 30 meters, and the deepest spot reaches as far as 50 meters. To the locals, it's a foundation of life where they can enjoy swimming or fishing. Only a few months ago, the water level receded by 20 meters due to the dry season. But now the water has risen as it's the wet season. Just yesterday, I was being hit by the sandy winds of the Negev, where it seemed no water would exist. I'm simply amazed to be staring at such clear, abundant water.
갈릴리 호수는 이스라엘의 생명수입니다. 전 국민의 식수의 70%를 이곳 갈릴리에서 끌어다가 마시죠. 이 갈릴리 호수는 북쪽 헬몬산에서 시작되어서 이 갈릴리에 들어오고 다시 갈릴리 물이 요단강을 타고 사해로 흘러내려갑니다.
The Israeli people draw this water up, filter it clean, and use it for their water supply. All of a sudden, I become curious where the source of this water lies. I arrive at the edge of Golan Heights after about an hour's drive from the Sea of Galilee. The car climbs the hillside for quite a long time because of the high elevation. This place is on the border between Israel and Syria. The area is so high that it's also quite windy. As a branch off Mount Hermon, the elevation is 1,000 meters above sea level and is the highest point in Israel. The town in the distance is a Syrian village. Syria and Israel are on conflicting terms due to territorial disputes. This area is akin to Korea's DMZ, or Demilitarized Zone. Because this is such an unstable region, with the potential to blow up any minute like explosives in a warehouse, few people live here. It is very quiet. This site used to be a Syrian village before the war. The buildings lie in collapse from bombings, and the mosque is riddled from gunfire. How intense the battle must have been at the time. Scars from the war are still very raw. In the Third Arab-Israeli War, which took place in 1967, there was conflict with the Arab allies, like between Israel and Syria. This tank is an example of that time. The former Syrian tank was ravaged in an Israeli attack. As a result of this war, the water here came to continue to flow into Israeli land, who succeeded in conquering Mount Hermon.
벌써 45년 전 일이고 지금은 고요하고 평화롭게 누구든지 골란 고원을 이렇게 와 볼 수가 있어요.
Is there anything as valuable as water for both man and nature? Israel is a typical water shortage nation, but this northern region is an exception. Golan Heights is rich with agricultural products year-round. Among them, the orchards are what grab my attention the most. Red apples grow enticingly red on branches that are bending from their weight.
זה הזמן שקוטפים מה שעכשיו.
지금 이게 추수철이래요. 요 사과는. 야, 정말 믿겨지지 않을 정도로 다닥다닥 붙었어요. 보세요.
They're a bit smaller than the average Korean apples, but aren't they mouth-watering? Golan is famous for their apples.
זה מה שקוטפים מכאן לקיבוצים, זה הולך לתל אביב, לירושלים, זה בוא, לחיפה, לנתניה, זה הולך לכאן. כן.
야,
I'm so curious how they taste, so I pick one with his permission.
하나 더
They
닦게.
turn out to be very firm to the touch.
잘 생겼다. 과일점 가가지고 골란산 주세 하게 되면은 어떤 데는 없다 그래요. 공급을 못 받아서. 있다 하면 이 색깔.
You can eat them without washing them because this is a clean region.
아주 맛있고 보통 연중 내내 골란 지역을 방문하면 사과를 떠올릴 정도로 한 번쯤은 드시고 가야 될 만한 과일이에요. 이렇게.
צריך שאני אכתוב לך ואני אתן לך.
이게 됐다고 2개 했는데 비닐을 가져와서 마음껏 담아가래요. 야, 이게 골란의 마음인 것 같아요. 골란의 마음.
I'm touched by his abundant generosity.
בבקשה.
Clean water is also a big factor that makes the region's apples so delicious. I leave Golan Heights and go further north in search of the water's source. There is a change in the air as soon as I enter the region. The air feels colder and damp.
보세요. 물소리 들리기 시작하죠. 이게 아마 생명의 소리. 이스라엘 사람들에겐 풍요의 소리로 들릴 거예요.
The sound of water, which I could trace from afar, looks much cooler when I see it in person. The water has swelled due to the rainy season that started in late October. It's a powerful current. From here, the water will eventually reach the Sea of Galilee. My mood gets a boost each time I come here from the fresh air and pleasant sounds.
이 안쪽에 들어가면 야, 이게 정말 이스라엘인가 할 정도로 정말 그 밀림지대를 이루어요.
It's one of the most favored locales, not only for me, but also for many Israelis who come and enjoy the forest during the summers. The forest is so dense that it's quite dim in spite of being the middle of the day. Tel Dan is the largest spring in the Middle East. Dan, which refers to the Jordan River, means here. The body of water starts at this spring and flows into the Sea of Galilee, becoming the life-giving drinking water to Israeli citizens.
여기가 상류 텔단 샘의 근원입니다. 이 물은 헬몬산에 내린 비, 또 헬몬산에서 녹아내린 눈이 이 스며들었다가 이곳에서 이렇게 탁 터져 나오는 샘인데 1년 내내 이렇게 풍부한 물이 나와요. 이 정도면은 뭐 충분히 먹어도 될 정도로 천연 광천수 정말 깨끗합니다. 맛도 좋고요.
It tastes just like the water from a valley that I would drink when I was young. Isn't it pristine? These waters gather to fall at this location. Today's highlight.
간 에덴 동산입니다.
Surrounded by the greenery, the waterfall creates a white spray as it crashes into the pool. The volume of water is said to be immense.
이 폭포 하나에서 1년에 1억 2,500만 큐빅이 떨어진다 그래요. 큰 넓은 둘레가 60km나 되는 갈릴리 호수를 충분히 채울 수 있죠. 예? 떨어지는 모습이 꼭 이 어머니 젖, 생명의 젖줄, 아마 이걸 두고 얘기하는 걸 거예요.
Israel has the Judean desert as well as dense forest. It is located between the Mediterranean and the Arabian desert. The more I see it and get to know it, I'm more surprised with Israel's diverse aspects.
That's unique, you know, it's very different. We were on Dead Sea, and it's completely different. It's like small country, but it has many countries inside. It's amazing.
The stream from Tel Dan passes the Golan Heights and heads towards Galilee. Following the course of the stream, my mood brightens at a roadside truck. This is akin to a Korean mobile toast shop.
와, 여기 다 있네. 빵도 먹을 수 있고, 차도 마실 수 있고. 오케이, 아니로째 아르바 라파.
This gentleman says he has been selling toast here for several decades. He is of Druze ethnicity, an Islamic sect. The bread that he is making now is rapa, a traditional Druze food. After spreading cheese that he personally made from scratch, he adds Assyrian oregon, which has a minty scent. Then he rolls it up and bakes it. The aroma itself is appetizing. The northern part of Israel looks to be much more abundant than the south. How does it taste?
슈크란. 이렇게 드시면 네 가지 맛을 느껴요. 우선 고소한 빵, 그 다음에 치즈, 그 다음에 올리브 기름 오리지널, 그리고 나서 그 위에 이제 자타르라고 하는 우슬초 가루를 뿌리면 이것 맛 자체가 네 가지 요 하나면 한 끼 거뜬해요. 맛있고 건강 웰빙 식품입니다. 검은
زي
요건
زيتون اخضر
إيه.
يرق
녹색
زي الزيتون الضوار هذول
하는 거야.
The shop owner proudly shows his various condiments and cured foods which he has grown and made himself. Because there are so many different plants that inhabit the region, he has a great variety of things.
لبن وزيت زيتون
직접 치즈를 만들고 올리브 기름에 이게 보기만 해도 막 먹고 싶고 건강해질 것 같네요.
He tended to the beehives himself and collected the honey, which he used to preserve dates, cherries, and figs. It's a way of pickling them.
자기 텃밭 이런 과원에서 짠 것들을 이렇게 다양하게 양념 또 식사에 그 꿀 해서 야
حامض
정말 행복할 것 같아요.
صحتك حوشنا على هذا الشاي
차 한 잔 달랬더니 어디로 가네요. 아, 야 나나.
This is nahana, an herb used for mint tea. Because water flows abundantly here, everything grows well too. I thought he would give me instant tea in a tea bag, but he brews the tea with much care since we've come from so far away. His hospitality is as warm as this cup of tea. I might as well find a place with a nice view to enjoy the tea. Perhaps it's because the water tastes good, the tea tastes great too. On today's trip, I'm able to experience such rare abundance and leisure. The following day at 4 a.m., I'm at the Sea of Galilee. I'm boarding a boat with some fishermen going out for their catch. I've ridden on passenger boats before, but this is my first time on a fishing boat, so I'm rather nervous.
자, 오늘은 갈릴리 어부가 한번 돼서 한번 고기 재배를 나서 보겠습니다.
Of course, there must have been more in the past, but currently there are about 280 fishermen who fish in the Sea of Galilee. I can't see a thing in the dark, but fascinatingly, the fisherman recognizes his neighboring colleagues and greets them. About 30 minutes from the shore, we start casting nets. There are 4 nets in total, each about 1 kilometer long, making a total of 4 kilometers. After casting them, they're marked with a buoy. It doesn't look much different from the Korean way of fishing. But what's this?
이게 보이기에는 하수구 뚫는 것처럼 보이지만 이거를 이제 물속에 계속 소리를 내면 이제 고기를 놀래게 해서 그물 있는 쪽으로 모는 겁니다. 소리가 꽤 크네요.
An interesting fishing method, isn't it? Now we have to draw the nets in. But pulling up 4 kilometers of nets won't be easy. The oldest fisherman has been a fisherman here for 40 years. They're descendants of St. Peter.
새벽에 나와서 잡은 첫 갈릴리 고기입니다. 야콥, 에이지 딱 에렉 보.
قلمني بوري وشتي والآن قليل تاكم قلنا عدولين.
There are over 20 types of fish that are caught in the Sea of Galilee, but today the catch is not so good. I can't bear just sitting and watching idly by, so I decide to lend a hand.
바람이 불고 이 파도가 쳐서 고기가 많이 안 잡히는 저 취직하랍니다.
It's said that praise makes good men better. It feels good to be praised, but it's a pity the catch is so small. The sun rises. I guess we'll have to go back for today. And that's how our 3 to 4 hours of fishing comes to an end.
Go fish. Bye.
야콥 라마.
لا זה קטן. Go water. Good. Go water. Bye.
The fish is sent back home. Come back when you're bigger. In the meantime, the sun has risen and I'm hungry. This restaurant is packed with customers. It's supposedly the most famous restaurant in Galilee. What are they waiting to have? Fish caught in the lake at Galilee are fried to a crisp. It didn't look that special to me. The fish is served on a plate with lemon and rice, which is said to be the most popular dish on the menu. The bones are big, so it's easy to debone as you eat them. It looks ordinary, but the dish comes with a long history.
이것이 그 유명한 베드로 고기예요. 바스라고 하는 곳인데 바로 이곳 갈릴리 호수에서 잡은 이 생선으로 식사가 이루어지고 특히 2000년 전에 베드로가 잡았다는 그 고기에 이름을 붙여서 베드로 고기라 그럽니다. 아주 갈릴리의 명품 중에 하나고 오시게 되면 꼭 한번 드셔볼 것을 권합니다. 자기들이 이제 닭 이제 오르킴 메바케시 하르베
Dagmost, St. Peter fish, because this big fish and good, it's very good.
Anyone who visits Galilee tries St. Peter's fish. I squeeze a bit of lemon to get rid of any fishy scent and have a taste.
굉장히 연하고 맛이 담백합니다. 단순한 붕어가 아니고 아주 담백한 맛이고요.
It can be a bit bland and flat because it hasn't been seasoned at all. If that's the case, just dip it in some salt. People eat this fish because it reminds them of St. Peter in the Bible. St. Peter is kneeling with his arm held up toward Jesus. It is said that Jesus taught Peter to be a fisher of men, not of fish. What would a boat have looked like 2,000 years ago? There is a place where you can see. This boat is encased in a tan-colored protective cover. The boat was discovered in 1986 during a severe drought when the Sea of Galilee's water level receded. Thanks to being buried in underwater sediment, it was saved from rotting. The reason this boat is so amazing is because at a length of 8.2 meters and a height of 1.2 meters, research shows that the boat is 2,000 years old. In other words, this boat traveled the Galilee waters during Jesus' time. Israel is also the land in which the Bible is based. If you follow the Jordan River and head toward the edge of the Sea of Galilee, you will come upon the location where Jesus was said to have been baptized. You have to pass inspection because it's in a demilitarized zone. This is a very significant place for Christian pilgrims, which is why there are more tourist groups that come here rather than individuals. The Jordan River has become murky because of the rain. I've lived in Israel for 20 years, but I've only recently been able to come here.
1년 전만 해도 상상할 수가 없었어요. 이게 이스라엘과 요르단의 국경 비무장지대 안에 있는데 작년에 처음으로 이 관광객을 이렇게 들어와서 예수님의 세례터를 볼 수 있도록 했었었죠.
With a river just 20 to 30 meters between them. This side is Israel and that is Jordan. Unlike Israel, Jordan has opened this location to the public for a long time. People have come from all over the world, and everyone dips their hands in the water to wash their faces or sprinkle water on their heads.
I feel special. I feel like I'm standing on holy ground. I think this is one of the better, this would definitely be a better vision of how I would see Christ being baptized. It makes sense right here.
There are armed soldiers on both the Israeli and Jordan sides because this is a border region. It may look forbidding, but they are here to protect those who come here so that they may travel safely. Visitors even take souvenir photos with them. You can personally change into white gowns and enter the Jordan River, where John the Baptist baptized Jesus 2,000 years ago. This child gets scared and comes out because of the low water temperature. The rest of the family soak in the water and complete their sacred ceremony.
추워도 결국은 하고 가잖아요. 그게 성지에서의 감격인 것 같아요.
The water, starting at Golan Heights, flows into the Sea of Galilee and passes through the Jordan River before spilling out at the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea, with a length of approximately 60 kilometers, consists, as everyone knows, of salt. Viewed from the air above, the Dead Sea is made up of many different colors, which is due to the difference in salinity. Look closely. The coral-like lake's bed is all salt. At 33.7%, the salinity of the Dead Sea is 10 times greater than seawater. The salt concentration gets higher the closer to the bottom you get. It looks as if salt crystals have flowered into bloom.
사해의 염도가 얼마나 높은지 이 스스로 응결이 돼서 바닥에 있는 이 소금 바닥이 바위 같아요. 바위. 딱딱하게 응고가 돼 있어요.
Standing there, the soles of my feet ached from the prickling. The salt is even more dazzling as the sunlight reflects off the crystals. The Dead Sea is also famous as a huge salt field. A peculiar phenomenon occurs here because of such high salt content in the water. This is what everyone thinks of when they think of the Dead Sea.
아, 좋아요.
Your body floats even if you stay still. The climate is warm during the day here, even in winter. Thus, many people enter into the water. The old, the young, everyone can enjoy a swim.
הוא מנקה את כל כמו זה.
כן.
בלכלוך של הגוף. הוא מנקה את הכל. כשיש לו מלח.
Recently, cosmetics that use salt and mud from the Dead Sea were developed and gained much popularity.
I need treatment for my body. I think I need this lake. I have heard good things about it. And I got a fantastic treatment 30 minutes ago that he was like... That is also good.
Today, the Dead Sea is not dead, but has changed to a place that keeps Israel's economy alive. At approximately 400 meters below sea level, the Dead Sea is the lowest lying sea on Earth. Suddenly, I'm reminded of something.
낮아짐, 겸손함, 섬김을 받기보다는 섬겨야 하고 또 높아지기보다는 낮아지라고 하는 그러한 교훈의 핵심의 장소가 아닌가 생각이 되네요.
I discovered the pride of Israel in the Judean desert, which actually fills beautifully, although it looks completely barren. I learned to coexist with other religions and cultures in Jerusalem with its 3,000-year-old history. I realized the value of water from the incense route that crosses the Negev desert and on my trip from Golan Heights to the Dead Sea. This is Israel, a land of history.